Hello, I'm going to show you how to edit images in Google Slides. So I'm going to first upload an image, and to do that you can use this little picture button here, Image, but there's also a way to do it over here if you like clicking more. Image gets you to the same place, and there's a few different ways you can get images. You can just upload it from your local computer here. You can actually take a snapshot from your webcam. If you know the URL of an image, you can do that. This is if you use Google Photos, you can get it from there, or your Google Drive account. You can even search for an image in here. This is kind of cool. You can actually search for pictures with a certain kind of color. Pretty cool. But I am going to also show you. You can just drag it from your desktop and then let go, and then there's the picture. That's the last way to upload a picture. So I have a picture of a little bunny here, and when I have it selected, these little lines appear, and I can resize it. But if I use the ones on the sides or the top, it'll make it misshapen. But if I use the ones on the corner, it'll maintain its correct aspect ratio. That's what you want. Of course, this little one on the top is the one to change its angle. I'm just going to leave it straight for now. When you have it selected, you can also see that the toolbar changes from that to this. So I have a few different options here. I can actually add a border to it with this. And so now there's a little subtle purple border. But to make that a little bit bigger, I can select the size with a button right beside the pen. Boom, now there's a giant purple border. And you can go over here and then change the nature of the border. A lot of those things I find are pretty ugly under this button. I'm just going to get rid of those for now. One more. Okay, then moving along the side here, I can make this image a link, which is a pretty cool thing. If people are viewing your slideshow online, they can click the image and it'll go to a link somewhere. And you can actually also link to other slides in the presentation. You can comment on an image itself, and it'll bring up the little comment box, and you can discuss the image. You can crop it. This is also this tool will also come into effect if you double click on it after you already have it selected, and now these black lines appear, these little corners. And again, if you select the corner one, it maintains. Oh no, it doesn't. Never mind. Let's undo here. So the trick, whenever it doesn't maintain its aspect ratio, you hold the Shift button on your keyboard, and now it will. So if I want to crop like that and keep the same dimensions, I can do that, and then I can actually move the picture around in the box and then find the right spot, and then I click anywhere else and then it'll be cropped. But the cool part is it remembers. So if I double click on it, it remembers the rest of the picture, though it's just hid. I can always go back and change that. It's a really nice crop feature. But you can do more of the crop feature with this little down arrow here. You can mask an image. What that means is that the shape on the outside can be whatever you'd like it to be. So I can actually have this thing turn into a heart. There we go. If that's your fancy, you can have a increase that a little bit. You have a bunny heart. And still, I can adjust the image in behind, just like that. Pretty cool. We can also open up additional options on this bigger button here, Image Options, and I can recolor it. Sometimes this is nice if your slideshow has a bit of a theme, one of these colors, and then you can just kind of make all the pictures the same dark 7, and then everything, any picture you choose, will have the same look to it. So what that would look like if I bring in this picture of a puppy, and then I recolor it using the same, I think it was, yeah. So then they look like they're part of the same series. And I can also apply the same little heart thing to that as well. And then when I grab these, see these little red lines are appearing? I can make it the same size and shape as the original. Cool. Oh, he's not quite there yet. There he is. close enough. Anyways, moving right along. This is a pretty cool part. You can set its transparency. So the more transparent it is, the more the whatever's behind it will come through. So right now it's just white behind it. That's why it's looking faded. But when I put it over top of the bunny like this, you can see that you start to see the bunny right through it. That isn't as useful when you have photos over top of each other. But if I was using a, let's say, a bar across here or something of just a solid color, then this here, right now it's behind it, but I can right click on it and go to Order, Bring to the Front. And then you can see a bit of that bar comes right through the image. So if that's a look you're after, that's how that works. And the recoloring already set or change the brightness, but you can go back and change that and work that yourself, make it brighter. Same with contrast. You can play around with that. A lot of times people don't mess around with those too much. If you like the picture, sometimes brightness a little bit, but usually, as you can see, messing about with this ends up just making it look ugly. And if you've then ruined it, you can just hit Reset Adjustments and it'll take it back. And you can always turn this off too, and the original color will come right back, which in this case probably looks the best. And you can also replace the image, which is pretty neat. So when I replace the image, it will keep the original dimensions of the outside, so where the puppy was, and now it's just a new picture inside. So where it was that, and then I've changed it to that. And then we saw them earlier, but if you notice the little lines appear all over the place. So they have different reasons. So that red line is the center. If I find that one there is centered to the entire slide, and then I can center this one to this guy or to the slide, or put it right to the top. All sorts of stuff. So you'll see those lines appearing contextually, and they're pretty neat. Lastly, if I want to be really careful with my movements and I don't feel I'm doing all that well with my mouse, maybe I'm shaky, I can just select it, and then I can use the arrow keys to move around. And just arrow keys alone kind of move them a few pixels at a time, but if you hold Shift, they move really slowly, and you can have fine little adjustments that you might not otherwise get with the mouse, especially if you're on a laptop and it's just a little trackpad. So that is pretty much all the features of manipulating images in Google Slides. Thanks.